Hey guys, what's up? This is Euphoria, episode 7. The Trials and Tribulations of Peeing While Depressed? Wait a second. Yeah, that's what it says. The Trials and Tribulations of Trying to Pee While Depressed. What the hell? They win for the most creative title of the freaking year. Definitely never heard that before. Last episode was awesome. It was a Halloween episode. And they dealt with Kat and that guy almost hooked up, but didn't quite go that way. I'm hoping that's a good thing, because I'm hoping he'll be the one to show her someone who actually cares about her instead of all those other flakes. Oh yeah, Jules did something. She helped get Nate off of his own assault charges by pretending to be a witness in a fake assault, getting somebody else arrested, all because she felt she was being, all because she's now being blackmailed by him. I think that's what's eating her up inside. She had to lie. She being forced to do it and all that stuff. It's really messing with her mind. She feels guilty because she's putting somebody else in jail for something he didn't do. And poor guy, by the way, he got beat up. He said he was getting headaches. He looked really bad. And then to top it all off, he's got to go to jail for something he didn't do. Jules is a really nice person, so she's really nice. She feels super guilty over all of that. But she can't tell anybody. That's the worst part, I think. She can't tell even Rue. Because she's being blackmailed. She can't say anything. So I think it's eating her up inside. And it comes out with her drinking and partying, and Rue is starting to crash because of it. The veil has been revealed, as the honeymoon's over kind of thing. She was a lot of fun to be with at first, just like drugs were, and it's starting to die down, and she's seeing the worst side of her, and that Rue can be quite uncontrollable, and it's no fun to. It really isn't any fun to watch your friend in their worst state, drunk and all that, and really in a bad shape, and trying to keep them presentable. They've gone off the race side. It's stopped being fun. It's now just destructive and unfunny and embarrassing. And she had higher hopes for Rue, higher hopes for Jules and that. So Rue's starting to crash and burn. She's starting to see that the guy was probably right. But Nate's out, and he is now partying. Oopsie. Yeah, and he's free. So let's get to the next episode right now. Let's go. This must be the blonde ship.
Cassie's dad was really handsome. The kind of handsome that made people treat him differently. Her mom used to get really upset at him for flirting. Her dad always wanted her to become a professional ice skater. Wow. She was a natural.
Oh.
Look at you all grown up. Come on, give me a hug.
I bet you got all the boys wrapped around your finger.
Nobody's
Her mom
in.
had, some issues.
Oh my God.
And the way all parents kind of fight.
Oh, I thought she was dancing awesome.
Except for the night before she started 9th grade.
My mom said your mom cheated on your dad, and that's why you left.
What?
What?
Oh. I would expect it the other way.
And her mom wasn't either, and maybe they just weren't right for each other. Eventually, it became once every couple of weeks. Cassie would text him and talk to him. And even though she was excited to see him, there was something about the whole thing that scared her.
Don't cry, baby. I'm okay, I'm fine. Don't.
It looks like he's gonna kill himself right now.
Dad?
Are you gonna sell it for money or something? Oh.
Cassie kept her promise and never told anyone about that night. She also never saw her dad again. She fell in love with every guy she ever dated. And every guy she ever dated asked for the same things.
Can I film you sucking my dick?
What? No.
The first time she found out, she had a panic attack and wanted to swallow a whole bottle of Tylenol. And then, at the beginning of the year, she met McKay and fell in love with him. And even though she had made a couple of mistakes, they weren't big ones. They weren't the kind of things you couldn't come back from.
Wait, does that mean she's That was a long intro.
Grab the amazingness that you have with Josh by the balls.
It is, however, a good way to measure depression. Because when reality TV begins to feel like work, like haven't got out of bed to pee in 24 hours, depressed. The absolute worst part of depression is that even though you know you're depressed, you're unable to stop yourself from getting worse.
Naturally, that's what
This
she's going to
shit
think.
wasn't adding up.
Like a detective.
I wasn't gonna stop until I got the truth.
And are excited and thrilled to have him back at.
Why would Jules lie to help Nate? I don't know.
Oh, it's so funny.
Honestly, Howard, this whole thing is beyond logic. Jules is in love with Nate.
Why would Jules be in love with Nate?
You got it all. That's completely wrong.
Bennett, next thing I know, she's fucking knocking at my window. She looks at me, she goes, he didn't look like his pictures. But you know what his name was? Tyler. Maddie is 17, Tyler's 22, and they fornicate.
Statutory.
Oh, so use the guy's name.
Salt.
Bingo.
Coffee in the water filter.
She's creating like a show in her head.
Instead of water.
Because she's...
Well, please don't do that. Predominantly het, okay? He wooed her with his fucking creepy jock magic shit. She's super
Jock
fucking
magic.
sensitive. She's very forgiving, and she's basically the most wonderful fucking person on the planet.
You're too close to this case.
I think she's in like a manic state.
The night of Daniel's Halloween party, something happened. It's funny, I always thought I was gonna lose my virginity to you.
We dated?
Yeah, in 6th grade.
Wait, that was him?
You and me? I literally have no recollection of that.
That was him. What? I didn't know that.
All between us.
Don't
forever.
hide secret.
I
Just
wouldn't
tell.
worry about it, Cassie. It's not like you guys are gonna be together forever.
Kat, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah, wow. So
You're being a bad friend now. You were a bad friend to me, and this whole new personality is seriously unlikable.
Sorry, I'm no longer interested.
I don't know about everyone else, but I miss the old Kat.
You're gonna lose friends really fast as well. She's like, looks like Cruella de Vil. What is she trying to do, you know?
I don't know how you got out of this situation. Did. And I admire whatever it took. I just hope it didn't teach you the wrong lesson.
Because your bladder is trained from a very early age not to pee whenever it wants to, it needs permission from your brain. And when you're really high, your brain gets a little lazy. The truth
That's
is,
crazy.
my mom's new boyfriend.
Ugh.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Yeah.
How can you speak to someone like that?
Who? In retrospect, that was a little cunty. But
He rubs me the
For a
wrong
lot
way.
of
I don't really like him either.
Rick, I sincerely apologize.
He's sitting in dad's chair. Who is Jiff on this old school this weekend?
The big fucking picture. Because all of this shit, it's connected. Fez,
What you worried about my guns for?
you could use one to scare Nate Jacobs.
Are you serious?
I mean, I'm not. Not.
It's not serious.
Ooh, that must be the dumbest shit you said all fucking
Just
day.
put up a
You
gun
don't
to
have
him.
to fucking.
You just need to sit your manic ass down and
You're
be
a
quiet
manic
for
ass.
5. Sit down
She
and
really
shut
here?
the fuck up.
Okay. I can't tell who's I don't think is she really here?
Yo, Rude.
Oh my gosh. Holy shit, she's freaking out.
Us. Oh, eat us. Oh.
She's always here when the freaking shit is going down.
Collecting them up.
I'm trying to do all that shit, man.
Suddenly, you find your whole days blending together to create one endless and suffocating loop.
Mm.
And eventually, all you can think about is how life has always been this way. And will only continue to be this way.
It feels like it's never gonna end. But it will, man. It will.
I wonder if Jules is having fun.
I mean, are you guys gonna go out?
Anna's always trying to put makeup on me.
Like, it started with that, and then it was clothes, and then it was makeup. And I just kind of kept leveling up. I haven't reached my full power. If I can conquer men, then I can conquer femininity. It's like I want to fucking obliterate it and then move on to the next level. And the next, and the next. I'm pregnant.
Shut up.
Cass, I don't even think you want to have this baby, okay? It's not a fucking fairy tale. Like,
I just wanted to dream about it for a minute.
You'll make the best mother on the planet one day.
For some reason, your screen is black. Should I call you back?
I can't hear what he's saying.
I mean, I don't usually,
No, she's not. This is so weird. This sounds like death or otherworldly figure talking. Yeah, it's just too creepy at that point. Good for her. Shut that freaking thing down. Oh, it's too weird. You're literally a piece of me at that point.
All I'm saying, you keep fucking with Rue and her friends, and I'ma kill you.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be 575, Playboy.
Oh, you stood up there, freaking giant.
I know what you're thinking. Rue, this is insane. Don't get a kidney infection. Walk to the bathroom.
Yeah. Is she for real?
You remind me of her.
Who?
My best friend.
She's crazy.
I'm the person that you fell in love with.
A light room.
You know this isn't gonna end well.
My mom fired her. She's like, I knew it. This time, isn't it? I think she knew already. It's not gonna work.
Come on, bro. Hurry up.
They're calling the feds on feds.
Come on, bro. Hurry up for real, man.
Oh my god.
I had a therapist once who said that these states will wax and wane, which gave my mother relief because it meant that in the bad times there would be good times. But it also gave her anxiety because it meant that in the good times there would be bad times.
I think I need to go back on medication. I know you're feeling low right now, baby. But the fact that you didn't turn back means you're getting better. It does.
I didn't realize until later what waxing and waning implied. That these feelings were fixed and constant and would never end for the rest of my life.
That's horrifying to think about.
Every single night,
Oh,
I endure the flight.
this episode was about Rue walking around her house depressed for the whole episode. It made me think about stuff that's been happening to me lately. I think I can understand more now than I. Just a couple of days ago, I think I could actually understand it. Something like that. I think she overthinks too much. It's a large part of it. She's always thinking. I bet she has a hard time sleeping too. And the overthinking leads to, it's the idea that something will never end, and you can't. Nothing you will do will be able to stop it. Is freaking the most awful feeling in the world. But she has to recover from. She's dealing with that situation. I like how she went into her head, and was exploring. She was creating like a investigation narrative. She still don't know what the hell's going on, but I love how she was kind of trying to escape. I think nothing else was working. Netflix is considered work, and even her reality shows started to feel like work. So she creates her own narrative in her head to try and escape from the one that's happening in real life. Not that successfully though. I had a hard time figuring out what was real. Actually, I didn't know when she was really in a place or not. I didn't realize she was actually at Fez's place. But Fez actually went to bat for her, and that was pretty admirable. He's so he really does care for him, I mean, he barely even knows Jules, but he definitely it's like a friend of Rue's is a friend of mine, and he would, still not the wisest thing to do, but he freaking went up to Nate, Nate's and freaking told him, I want to kill you if you get near my friends. takes guts because that guy is huge. He could have smacked him in the face. He didn't give a shit. He looked him straight in the eye and told him, "Don't mess with them." But looks like it's gonna get it. It's gonna end up hurting him more than saving him because now they're freaking been caught by the police and all that. Oh boy, yeah, not really thought through. Nate wasn't gonna just let that slide. He's not that stupid. And we got to see a bit of Kat, and she's starting to realize her whole thing has been self-destructive and not the most healthy thing to do in your life. I don't know what she was trying to do. It's like she wanted to be considered wild and crazy, but she learned that it's not all it's cracked up to be. Because it's not a lifestyle. It's kind of what happens when you don't have a life. You know, you kind of it's like the end of drugs and all that stuff leads you towards prostitution or something. And it's just not exactly what you're trying to strive for. That's not the life you're trying to strive for, lady. Especially you, Kat, because it's definitely not something you want to do. I can tell. Just look at her face. It's just not what she wants. She thought maybe she wanted something like that, but she was wrong. And now she knows that. I'm glad the friends can call her out on it. She's been a real bitch lately. God damn. Just everything come out of her mouth is so hateful and cynical and just depressing. Mean. Just plain freaking mean. Cruel. And I'm glad they called her out on that shit. And then she ran off crying like a bitch. But she's learning. I'm glad she closed that laptop at the end of that. That was too much for her. The guy, she didn't see anybody anymore. Now it's just a black screen and a voice freaking whispering and husky like that, telling you, to do this. I like it. It wasn't even a person on the other end. It felt like an entity. It didn't feel like a human being anymore. It felt like she was talking to lust itself or the worst part of humanity, evil incarnate kind of things. It's like the darkest you can go to the point where what you're looking at doesn't even have a face anymore. It just wants to see your body and everything. And she was just gonna do whatever it said. And I think she realized that there wasn't any power in this. Just giving them what they wanted and making them stronger and herself weaker because she just did whatever they said. It felt like power at first, but it's not. She's still doing even if the guy told you to berate him, you're doing it because he told you to do it, because he's paying you to do it, It didn't really give her real power. I think maybe she'll try to go on. Looks like she's closing the laptop is the end of that. I think she ends that now, and she's gonna realize it wasn't worth all that she got, and I think she's gonna start changing it around again. Good for her. As for Jules, I think she's a very complex character. And I think she's definitely meant to be. I think she's meant to be a character you don't quite understand. You're not supposed to be able to get her. It's like she's trying to. The way she talks about it is like she wants to be beyond femininity, beyond masculinity. She doesn't want to be male or female. She doesn't want your politics. She doesn't want your Me Too movements and whatnot. She wants to be beyond it. She's trying to destroy the whole system. She wants anarchy, and she wants to recreate that world. She wants to make a new thing out of the ashes, like a phoenix, right? She wants to burn it all down and recreate something new out of it, so that neither side can really say anything. Interesting, because I didn't really see her as somebody who was necessarily. I don't think she transitioned to whatever she is now, whatever you call it. But I don't think her transition to a girl was because she necessarily wanted to be a girl. It didn't sound like that. She changed herself because she didn't like herself, not because she felt she was another gender or something. I feel that she changed herself for other reasons. Because she never once said in that flashback, she never once said that she wanted to be a girl. She just said she hated herself. That's different, And I don't think that changing was necessarily. It wasn't gonna fix everything for her just like that, and it hasn't, because I don't think I think she even said at that thing that she's not done. There's more coming. So she's still changing herself. She's gonna be completely like a futuristic new creation by the time she's done. She wants to be undefinable. That's what she wants. She doesn't want to be anything that anyone. She doesn't want to be in a box that anybody puts her into. She doesn't want to be a Netflix TV show. She wants to be something that no one can comprehend. She wants to be a mystery to the world. I get that. Who wants to be normal? Who wants to be like everybody else? That's not her, not me, not her. That's not what she wants. And she was going on like a self-discovery kind of thing, I think she's trying to consolidate whether she really wants Rue or not. Is this more than friends kind of thing? I don't know if I don't like the word more than friend. To me, what's more greater than a friend? To risk your life to protect somebody who you don't even have sex with, that's like the ultimate love. I think being friends, real friends, is bigger than any relationship. Okay, so I think that she went back to her own buddies and all that, and were hanging out, trying to find herself again, and trying to figure out what she really wants in life. And she was telling that girl she reminds her of Rue. But I don't know if they did anything. I couldn't tell. It was so... Okay, I gotta say that light sequence, that whole trippy dance sequence, kind of mishmashing Rue in there, and other people, Nate, I didn't even know if I was looking at that right. And it wasn't him. I don't know what was going on. I think it was the drugs they took before they went in. They were freaking out. It was freaky. And this show always does really awesome shots. And they're really good at making party shots like that. It was a really, really freaking trippy sequence. As Euphoria is expected, as expected of Euphoria. I expect nothing less. But I think I couldn't tell. She says she misses Rue, but in the dream sequence thing, it was Rue telling her this can't happen. Now I think that feels kind of final to me. I can't tell, but to me it feels like she's telling herself that that's it. We're not gonna get together. We're gonna be friends. They haven't really talked about this stuff at all yet. So she's going to have to face on the next episode. What else is there? So, besides Kat kind of coming back to be a good friend again. And, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I can't remember the other girl's name. Natalie, no, I don't know what her name is. But she's pregnant. I guess she's not gonna tell him that she kissed the guy. I don't know why it's so easy. Why the first thing they do is go straight to not telling them. I would have appreciated someone telling me the truth, because that's something that's gonna eat up at you. It's gonna go with you. It's gonna take it with you. That's what I would have said. If she asked me, that would have been my advice. Look, whatever your name is, lady, tell them the truth. Okay, just freaking tell the truth. You don't want to build a relationship off of secrets. Come on, we all know this. It's not cool. You don't want that, because it carries with you. No matter how much you think you're keeping it a secret, your face is like frowning, and the lines on your face tell the truth about what you're saying. It's gonna carry with you forever, and you're walking around with it. Just tell him, if your relationship isn't strong enough to survive something like that, then it wasn't meant to be in the first place. Test the damn thing and tell him the freaking truth. You're going to regret it in the end. I think so. But that's my 2 cents. So, yeah. I think the mom knew she was pregnant right off the bat. She just got up, said nothing, hugged her, because that was always her fear, because she knows it was going to happen eventually, because that girl is just unstoppable, just constantly sleeping with everybody. So it was going to happen eventually. And she just wasn't, not surprised. Not surprised at all. It was going to happen. And so I think that the main thing that happen is going to happen is a confrontation between Jules and Rue, and I don't know, some kind of justice for what Nate is doing. Don't know how that's gonna fit into it all yet, but definitely Rue and Jules have to talk this whole thing out about what they're trying to do here. I hope. My guess is that Jules comes back to town, tells Rue what's going on, and the two of them take down Nate together. But I don't know. Don't know where that's gonna go, because Nate is a formidable foe who, let's just face it, in real life probably would have got away with all the stuff he's doing anyway. Not many people there to actually try and successfully stop that. The guy has too much going on for him. it's gonna be a difficult thing to do. He's got a lot of powerful people behind him, especially his dad and the whole school, basically. So I don't know. We'll see. So that's last episode. This is Euphoria, episode 7. Freaking awesome show. I'm glad to see consequences coming to these people who thought they had everything down, and these kids are, they're learning that it's not everything is what we thought it was going to be, and they're growing up. They're growing up and learning what life is really about. It's a hard life lessons, man. And that is it for Euphoria episode 7. I'll see you guys next week in the final episode of Euphoria. I can't believe I came to the end already, man. I'm at the end of freaking Euphoria. So because I had watched this way back when it first came out, not way back, but last year or whatever when it first came out, and I never thought I didn't think I was gonna finish the show, but now for this channel, I will. And it is really good. It's one of my favorites of last year. It's a great show. It's freaking great. HBO never disappoints. And I didn't know what to make of Euphoria at first, just like most things. But Euphoria especially, didn't know what to make of it. But it freaking, it just rocks your socks off. Really good shit. And it actually has really good messages in it. Actually, telling you that that it's actually this whole show is very much cautionary tales of different types of teen problems. Without judging them. I think that's really cool. They kind of just show them and natural consequences that happen. It feels real. It feels natural. It feels like this would happen to someone. Like Kat's a good example with her whole power trip turning out to be nothing but not even real power at all. It's all really false, and she was being used, and she didn't want to see it that way, but she was being used by other guys, and it was great to see her I feel like now she's finally taking control of her actual life. For once, she realized that's not what I want to be anymore. I don't want to do this, and she's taking it back. It's real character growth, and I love how it's done in a very unjudgmental way. Really, it's not because she chose to do that. Now she chose to do that. It wasn't the guys making her do that, but she thought she was choosing that, and she realized, oh my God, I've been used, but I didn't even realize it. But she had to come to that realization on her own. Her parents have never really been a part of the show. I only saw them once, and they never really said anything about anything. I guess they just never knew what she was doing. But surely you would have said something when you saw her dress it out to the mall, just that something was going on. But I guess they were letting her exercise freedom. But I think that there's an issue with that too, because they just let her do whatever, and she's a freaking kid. She don't know what she's doing, and look what happened. Look what she's going through, and you guys never said a thing. You guys should have known about this some time ago, but doesn't seem like you. I think that your need to let her just do whatever she wants, kind of. There's no rules. It feels like at that house, and I think that comes in. Look what happened. The results speak for themselves. Anyway, figure fantastic show. Cautionary tales everywhere, drugs and sex related, cautionary, all kinds of shit. That's it. Rue especially is a very chaotic character. She overthinks everything, I think, and so when she talks, she makes it sound as the most profound thing in the world, but really it's just she can't stop talking, she can't stop thinking in her head. All this other crazy shit comes out. But really it's just a bunch of babble of a teenager who's still trying to figure out life. And she suffers from depression. Mental illness is no joke. It's freaking sick and terrible. And it messes with your life in ways that if you don't have it, you cannot possibly understand. I have sympathy for those who can't understand it as well, because if you don't have it, lucky you don't understand it. And I hope you never get it, because it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Nobody who has an illness wants to have that shit, but it's how it is. It's not fun at all. I sympathize. And so that is Euphoria episode 7. One more to see you guys next week. A lot to say.